Hello, welcome to Intimate Lens. This is Dr. Katz. Today we will zoom on a very typical question, and that is, does every woman have a vaginal orgasm? And what happens if I don't? Let's check it out. So a typical question is, can you have an orgasm during intercourse? The answer is yes, but there is a little more to unpack over here. Let's take a look at things. Fact number one, most women do not have orgasm during intercourse. Yep, that's right. Research out there suggests that about 20% of women are capable of having spontaneous orgasm during intercourse, but the majority, meaning 80%, do not. How come some women have the ability to have orgasm during intercourse as the penis is thrusting, but the majority do not? It really has to do with the physical fit between the penis and the vagina, and how during thrusting the penis tugs on the inner lips, which tug on the clitoris, which is then able to get aroused enough without any other intervention. In other words, very few women have the ability to tell the penis, sure, come on in. And as the penis is thrusting inside them, they also get aroused by that action. The majority of women cannot. But there are other ways to do that. We're talking unassisted. Unassisted, very few women will have arousal and climax during intercourse. Unfortunately, there has been quite a bit of public expectation that intercourse will be arousing to the female. It's like the owner of the penis, meaning the male, feels that the penis loves to get into the vagina, and therefore the vagina loves to see the penis, and they both should feel the same. But let's remember, the clitoris, which is the female's analog to the male's penis, is north of the vagina, outside of the vagina. It is not within the vagina. Therefore, just penis in vagina during intercourse is not arousing for most women. Or else every tampon will be delight and gyno exam will be a thrill, and you can figure out where to go with that fantasy. So, no, penis in vagina does not equal arousal for the female. It is very sad that public perception is still so tilted in favor of a male sexual model instead of realistic to female sexual model. So how can you benefit sexually from intercourse, as in how can you get aroused and climax during intercourse? Well, very simple. Start with some foreplay, get into the mood, get the juices flowing, and then his penis will be inside you in a position where he still has his hands available to stimulate you and your clitoris while he thrusts every once in a while to keep himself erect. Obviously, missionary position is not going to do very well for that because he's going to be on top of you and his hands will not be available. But if you do it in spooning position, if you do it with women on top, if you do it over the edge of the bed, if you do it on all fours or doggy style, any position where he could still stimulate you while his penis is inside you. And then he thrusts every so often to keep himself still erect and interested. And as he stimulates you more and more, as you get deep and deep into arousal, it is becoming a matter of merging your rhythms. As you get more aroused, he thrusts more, you get more aroused, he thrusts more as in faster, whatever makes him happy. And then eventually you can bring the rhythms together to climax simultaneously. So it is very possible to have simultaneous arousal during intercourse. But for most women, it calls for clitoral stimulation while the penis is inside the vagina in order to get the woman going. because just the mere penis in the vagina does not usually do the trick. So it's really about anatomy. It's really about the communication between the parties. It is about merging rhythms. It is about speaking preferences. It is about working with each other. Yes, your arousal is yours, but you are doing it together with a partner. So it's a matter of working together as a team so everybody can benefit greatly and be happy. Let's end with an answer to a common question. What do most people do? It seems that the majority of people, the male will stimulate the female first. She takes her time, he gets her going. The male likes to have his arousal lasting a long time, so it's okay to work on her for however long it takes her to get aroused and climax, and then she gives him intercourse. That seems to be a very common way of the world. Sometimes some people mix it up, and then the woman says, I'll give you whatever you want first, and then you work on me. Okay, too. And then the trick we explained earlier, how to do it together. For some couples, that's the only way they do it. Some couple, that's on their sexual menu. Sometimes they do it this way, sometimes they do it that way. Sometimes he goes first, sometimes she goes first, sometimes they do it together. It is really what makes you happy. It is about your preferences. It is about how you communicate and interact with your partner. Make sure you have a consensually fun experience. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.